Good morning, afternoon, or evening. I'll tell you, this YouTube thing is amazing to me. And what goes on out here is amazing. Let me tell you a little story, if you will be so kind. Back around 1985, way back then, probably before some of you were born, there was this thing called the Internet. And not the World Wide Web, the Internet. And there was a strong, very strong slant on the Internet that it would not be commercial. Spammers and advertising, even if you're just advertising, you know, I have a car for sale if anybody wants to buy it, was very, very frowned upon, and everybody would attack anyone who did that. And then they made the Internet commercial. And when they made the Internet commercial, there were a lot of us, including myself, who screamed like a stuck pig. I mean, there was just like they were going to ruin the Internet. It was never going to be anything, you know, now it was going to be so saturated with advertisements and bullshit that we were never going to get our stuff done anymore. They were going to ruin it for us. Well, now here I sit in 2006 in front of a camcorder uploading video to a website that has become a community that is breaking new ground thanks to commercialism. Because when it went commercial, companies started pouring money into this thing, and the government started pouring more money into this, and you didn't have to type anymore. Now you had a graphical interface. And Windows started putting Explorer on along with their software. And Netscape got involved and tried to sell software that was a graphical interface. And it just exploded. Today I'm looking at something that if I want to know what a word is, all I have to do is type it in and I know. If I want to know about any given cause, any country, anything I want to know, I can find out from sitting right here at my desk. Thanks to commercialism. Now, the reason I bring all this up is because I have had a number of emails from people who have asked me what I thought about the whole Paris Hilton thing, and I have purposely not jumped on that bandwagon and just kind of sat back and watched. But because I've had so many questions, I thought this is the easiest way to answer them all. Paris, welcome aboard. I'm glad to see you here. And the reason is because, as I think it was Boheme pointed out, you know, it's just one big, it's just one big fucking ad. It's not, you know, don't type messages to Paris Hilton and hope she sees it. Chances are she's not going to see it. On the other hand, Paris Hilton being here adds makes some people pay attention to YouTube that normally wouldn't do so. And so she brings along with her not only, you know, her little bit of entertainment, but she also brings along with her people who are watching her, celebrity news and producers and directors and people who are looking for the next big star. And if you're someone who is looking for, you know, popularity or looking to hit it big or be discovered, she's giving you, or her people who put the site up, are giving you an opportunity that you may not have otherwise had. So I think Paris Hilton's YouTube page being here is a good thing. I find it interesting also that there aren't a whole lot of people that are yelling about the E! Channel having a YouTube presence, or CBS News, or Paramount, or Universal, or all of that. I don't care for Paris Hilton. But the fact is that there are apparently a lot of people who do. And Paris Hilton would not be Paris Hilton if she weren't doing something that made people want to watch her. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that stupid little dog. I don't know. But people watch her. I mean, the Paris Hilton site went up, and look at her, you know, look at her subscriptions, look at her friends. Now, there are a lot of people out here that are very, very afraid of people in the Hollywood types like Paris Hilton, because they think that, well, if Paris Hilton and whoever else is here, then people aren't going to watch my stuff anymore, because they have production crews and they can do really cool stuff, and people are going to go watch them instead. Let me give you a tip, kids. If we were looking for celebrities, for television and movie celebrities, we wouldn't be on YouTube. We would be watching TV. And many of us are not watching TV at all. You know, catching the news once in a while, or in my case, Everyone Loves Raymond. So that doesn't gel either. This is a community, and every community has an area that is dedicated to the artsy types, to those people who have made it, to the superstars, to the celebrities, to, you know, city council, to all of that, as well as having people who are living in their homes working for a living. And this is a community that reflects that. I'm happy to see Paris Hilton here, and I'm happy to see the E! Channel get involved, and I'm happy to see that Brooker's got a contract, because what that tells you is that there is more opportunity for you. You know, now it means that in some cases, some of you may choose to elevate your videos to maybe a higher standard, to work a little bit harder at them so that they're more entertaining. And how is that a bad thing? I mean, you may have to do a little more work, but the community gets better video from you. So that's not a bad thing either. I can see absolutely no downside to this whatsoever. I don't think that celebrities are going to push us out. I think as long as you do your content, as long as you create original content, that and you're entertaining, that people will continue to come and watch you. But people seem to have to make a stand, and there's also another element there. And the other element is, and the thing that I have to wonder is, we've discovered on YouTube very fast that there are two ways to succeed. Do entertaining, interesting video, or hate those who do good video. And I have to wonder if some of the people that are whining, complaining, and bitching about Paris Hilton are only doing it to get the hits that Paris Hilton is getting. He said, "What about Paris?" And then they come over and comment on your video, and boom, you're at the top, because Paris has got a lot of people who are following her, and she does have a lot of people that are happy to see her here, and they're going to comment negatively perhaps on your video, but you still get the hits, you still get most discussed and most viewed, and so on and so forth. So I have to wonder how many people are actually just jumping on Paris's train too. Just some food for thought. What do I think? Happy to see Paris Hilton here, happy to see the E! Channel, happy to see that the Daily Show is here. I was happy to find out that Matt Lauer is out here watching videos, you know, and Katie Couric and all of those. And because that means that more of us, regular people, have an opportunity to be recognized for the talent that we may have, or for a video that we put up. And I don't see a downside to that. You know, I understand you don't want to see advertisement all over the site, but if the advertisement, as long as the thing works properly, if the advertisement is how YouTube makes their money, instead of taking it out of my pocket, put a fucking advertisement everywhere. I don't care. As long as you're not pulling money out of my pocket, I'm for you. balancing act was something, and the Karma Zen and all of that stuff that I do, was something that I shared with a couple of friends once in a while, when we would get in those discussions and at coffee shops and bars and the like, and just talk about how you treat one another. But it wasn't until YouTube that there was a platform for me to take it the extra step and try to make the world a better place. And YouTube gave me that. In a way that Google and Yahoo and the others never did. I'd been to them, I'd seen them, but YouTube had the community here and had at least some feedback from them, and let me do my thing. So I guess I'm off subject here. My point is, keep your eyes open. Try to help it go in a positive direction. But broaden your scope of the whole big picture. And when something like this happens, instead of being bitchy and whiny about it, look at the big picture and say, what does this mean to the community? And could it possibly be a good thing when it all comes out in the wash? And I believe that Hollywood types and Paris Hilton and television shows getting involved with YouTube, ultimately, it's the same thing that I saw happen to the internet way back in 1985, when we all complained about that. Our complaining, by the way, didn't make any difference. It still happened. Thank God. Because look at where we are at today. So that's my views on Paris Hilton and commercialism of YouTube, for those who've been asking. Until next time, this is ZenArcher saying, you be well.